The world's population was 3 billion people in 1970. At the end of 2022, it was 8 billion. Technology and agriculture has enabled the earth to feed all those people, but humans now consume about 175% of the earth's resources. We are wiping out the biodiversity that allows us to survive. We've taken over 70% of the Earth's land and consumed 70% of its fresh water. 69% of wildlife has already been lost, and the polar ice is melting. We're destroying our way of life, and we are now facing a new normal. We're burning up. Hello everyone, and welcome to Free Range Diva, where you will find helpful information to enhance your beauty and wellness routines. It's hot. It's been hot, and for many of us, it's going to get a lot hotter. So today I want to tackle a subject that might literally save your life. I want to do a quick overview of what heat stress looks like, and then give you a few tips that can help you stay cool when it's sweltering outside. So let's dive in. The first thing that I want to talk about is to make sure that the people around you know the symptoms and signs of heat stress. I've had heat stroke and heat exhaustion, and I can tell you that from my personal experience, your brain doesn't always recognize when you're in danger. So it's good if the people that are around you are able to recognize those signs that you're starting to get into trouble. Heat stress or heat exhaustion occurs when the body overheats because of prolonged exposure to high temperatures. The signs of heat exhaustion include dizziness, headache, rapid pulse, rapid breathing, nausea, and weakness. If you feel any of these, it's important that you hydrate, get to cool shade, and place ice packs on those parts of the body where your major arteries are, so the neck, the armpits, and the groin area. Also, if you can remove any clothing, do so. Heat stroke is when the body's temperature goes above 104 degrees, and the signs are very similar to heat exhaustion, but they're much more severe. So dizziness, fainting, confusion, slurred speech. If you are experiencing anything like this, this is a medical emergency. Heat stroke requires emergency care. And a quick story, when I was in elementary school, it was during a heat wave. We had recess and then followed by lunch. So I'd been playing at recess, got in the lunch line inside the cafeteria, and was feeling odd, just very strange. I needed to sit down, and I thought, well, I'm at the front of the line. In a couple of minutes, I will have my food and my drink, and I can sit, and I'll be fine. And then I passed out and woke up in the nurse's office. So it can happen before you're even aware of it. Sweating is the body's only cooling mechanism. As we sweat, it evaporates in the air, and that cools the body down. But I want to make you aware of something called the wet bulb temperature. Wet bulb temperature is the temperature at which the body can no longer cool itself. So high temperatures plus very high humidity means that the body cannot get cool. So when the body sweats, the moisture evaporates off, and that process cools you down. When the temperatures are above 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the humidity level is just below 100%, the air can't take on any more moisture. So your sweat doesn't evaporate off, and the body cannot cool down, even if given unlimited water and shade. There is no way to acclimate to this. This is a medical emergency. This phenomenon was once considered rare, but unfortunately it's becoming more common. And if you happen to live in the southeastern part of the United States, you may already be familiar with wet bulb because you have been under an extreme wet bulb temperature threat. I believe there were several issued last month. And really the only thing to do in a temperature situation like that is to get into AC and stay there. So a few more tips. If you're going to go outside, you'll want to wear light colored clothing to reflect the sun's rays. White, beiges, light blues in a breathable fabric like cotton or linen. You're also going to want to wear a hat, and don't forget to carry an umbrella. It's advised to avoid the hottest part of the day, but honestly, in many places, the cold, the low temperature at night has been 100 degrees. So you're just going to have to be careful no matter when you go out. Water. Always take it with you and keep it nearby even if you're at home, and get in the habit of sipping or guzzling all day long. You're going to need more than you actually think you need. One of the things that has helped me is first thing in the morning when I get up, I just down a 10-ounce glass of water. So at least I'm starting the day hydrated. Many people like to carry water bottles. They have some that you can pick up on Amazon that show you how much you need to drink, and as you drink it, it shows you how much you have drunk during the day. Have drunk? Yeah. Drank? No. So even if you're inside all day, you still need to drink a lot of water. A side effect of drinking a lot of water, especially if you're older, is that you can throw your electrolytes out of balance, your minerals, your body's mineral makeup. My mother, for example, loves to drink water all day, but as a result, her sodium levels often drop. There are ways to keep your electrolytes in balance. I am probably the only YouTuber talking about Element, who is not also sponsored by Element, but here you go. Element is something that we use around here because to get your sodium levels up, and usually that's what happens when your electrolytes go out of balance. As I said, just like in my mother's case, your sodium levels drop. And for her, I looked high and low at every kind of electrolyte drink that I could find that did not have sugar in it to measure the amount of sodium. And most of them had potassium, they had magnesium, but few, if any, had sodium in it. Well, Element does. Element balances your electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. So yeah, I get these off of Amazon. You can also buy them on the Element website, but you can get these little packets like this that they come in different flavors. You put them in your water, you stir it up, and you drink it. And so she can sip on something like this all day long, and you won't have to worry about your sodium going out of balance or losing too much sodium as you're drinking. There are lots of hydrating fruits and vegetables that you can eat, like citrus fruits, cucumbers, celery, tomatoes, melons, berries. But the best thing that you can eat to keep your electrolytes in balance is watermelon. Yes, watermelon is one of the best things you can eat, if not the best thing you can eat to balance out your electrolytes. It's got lots of potassium and magnesium in it. It's also got lycopene and a ton of water. So I want to show you how a way we like to eat it in our neck of the woods. Obviously, you can just have it plain, and this is delicious. But around here, there's something called tajin. It is a Mexican spice mix that basically has chili powder, crystallized lime, and sea salt. So that's pretty easy to do at home. And so right here in front of me, I've got chili powder. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the chili powder on there. I've got some lime right here. I'm going to hit it with the lime, and skipping the sea salt. A nice generous sprinkling. Oh, that smells so good. I think we need a little more of chili powder. This spicy chili and sweet is one of the things that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite flavor combinations. And then the lime just gives it a little bit of freshness. There we go. Get some lime juice on there. And then taste. Spicy chili with the sweet. In fact, I have some cayenne pepper. I think it needs a little hit of heat. Hang on. Not a lot. I didn't do too much. You've got all these flavors just jumping around in your mouth. Excuse me 1 second. Another way to get electrolytes is with coconut water. This has naturally occurring electrolytes. You can see on the nutrition information on the back says that it's got potassium and calcium as well as a good amount of sodium. So this is really nice to do kind of a mock cocktail with. So let me show you that. And FYI, my sound wasn't working, so I'm going to talk you through it, but you'll see my mouth moving and nothing will be coming out. Okay, here it is. I start by muddling or smashing some blueberries with any fresh culinary herb from your garden. I've got some lavender here and basil, and I decided to use the basil today. After it's broken down in the bottom of the glass, add some lemon juice. This lemon had thick skin and not a lot of juice, which is why I'm struggling. Then add some ice and pour in the coconut water. You can strain out the herbs if you like, but I like the way it looks with them in there. Sip and enjoy. The blueberries, basil, and lemon flavors combined with the sweet flavor of the coconut water is really refreshing and delicious. So be sure to give this mocktail a try. If your power goes out and you need to cool yourself, it's a good idea to have something like this. This is a rechargeable pedestal fan. The thing that makes this better, usually if you look for rechargeable fans online, they're personal size fans or fans that cool your computer equipment. But this is big enough to cool a room. It's got 8 different speeds. It oscillates anywhere from 60 to 360. No, 360 is all the way around. Well, it's a big oscillator, and so it can cool a room, and I believe the charge on this lasts about 24 hours. So, or gives you 24 hours of airtime. So it's very, very quiet. It has a remote control, which is what I have here, that you can increase the speed using this. If I want it to oscillate, I just do that. And you can put this on a timer, so if you're trying to sleep. And you don't have to worry. I mean, it's very cool, it's very strong, and it's very quiet. And this happens to be made by the same company that makes my scalp massager. If you want some extra cooling, maybe you don't have air conditioner or you have units, or you just want to take the load off of your central AC, this is called the Dreo Evaporative Air Cooler. How this works is that there is a tank down here that you fill up with water, and they also give you 2 ice pack cartridges that you can put in the freezer and add those to this to make the water extra cool. And then it blows the air, it evaporates the water and blows the air, this cool, cold air, out into the room. I don't think that this would take the place of central AC, but it certainly can help, especially if you're in a small bedroom and you just want some cooling in a smaller environment. It has, all the controls are up here. It also comes with a remote. I will show you how to fill up the tank. So here's the tank. You pull the back off like this. Inside is the pump and the hose. That's this right here. And you remove this unit, remove the pump. Okay, so I just snapped it out. That's the filter and the pump unit. And then you take the tank, you add the ice cartridges, and then fill this up with water. So I'm going to do that now. And now we just slide this back in. Now I will say that this is not, these instructions are crap. You literally have to sort of intuit your way around this thing. But they do have a website, and they have a 1-800 number that you can call if you have questions. So, but I did manage to get it assembled. And let me turn it on so you can. The display has numbers up here. Those numbers indicate speeds. So it has 4 speeds. And this is the top speed. You can hear what this sounds like. And the air is pretty cool. It's quite cool, actually. I wouldn't call it cold. But then again, I only fill this up halfway because I could not tell how to get the cartridges in there or see the fill line. The tank fills from the back. The fill line is here in the front. So you just kind of have to guess at it. But yeah, I got this on Prime Day, and I'm looking forward to using this during those days when it gets really, really hot here, because I don't think we're going to end up with air this year. So this is going to have to take the place of that. And I just wanted to give you a second so that you could hear how loud it is. It's not oppressive. It's not terribly loud, but it's not quiet either. This comes with a remote. It has a timer on it and an oscillator on it as well. So this is about as close as you can get to what we used to call a swamp cooler. And we'll see. We'll see how this works at the end of when fall rolls around, how well this worked. I will definitely let you know. When I was researching this video, I went to my state's health website to look for some tips, and one thing that they mentioned that I actually had not heard mentioned before, but I thought it was a great idea, is to have a buddy system. That is, check on your friends, your neighbors, and have someone that is going to check on you, just in case. Finally, we can actually acclimate to these hotter temperatures, but you have to pace yourself and do it slowly. Signs that your body has acclimated are that your body will start to sweat sooner at lower temperatures. Also, the blood will pump away from the core of the body and out towards the extremities in an attempt to keep the core of the body, the core organs, cooler. But you want to take it slow, as I said, and just enjoy your summer and stay safe in all this heat. I saw on the news the other day that I think it's in Phoenix. They reported, the emergency rooms reported that they were seeing more young men than anything else for heat stroke and heat exhaustion. So age doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just how far you can push your body before your body pushes back. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today. These tips can help you to beat the heat during these scorching summer days. Your health is important, and you want to always prioritize giving yourself a little extra care in order to prevent heat stress. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a thing here at Free Range Diva. I truly appreciate your support, and together we can make this community a happier and healthier place. So until I see you in my next one, I want you to take care, stay cool, and stay safe. Bye!